Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War. We are starting a New Republic campaign in the Thrawn's Revenge mod. It's one of the best mods out there, and I definitely really enjoy it. Um, so this is me, Firefly Gaming, of course. If you do like the content, please do leave a like, maybe subscribe, maybe even leave a comment. But let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, we are in the New Republic era, which means after the Battle of Endor, as you can see here. These are some interesting guys. Wonder who they are. Not quite sure who these guys are. So first of all, let's take a look at our situation here. As in this campaign, it actually says that the Republic is a bit harder to play, which I found a little bit interesting, maybe a little spicy. We don't have Yavin 4. It is currently under the control of Zinj's Empire. Zinj's, I don't know how to pronounce that. We have one neutral planet. We have the Empire still in control of the Galactic Core primarily, except we do have Talasia here. We got Corellia under control of independent forces, Hakasi under Greater Maldrud, Compi under the Ariadu Authority. We have the Empire of the Hand up here in the Galactic Northwest. We have the Pentastar Alignment in the Galactic North. We have Zinja's Empire, of course. Down here we have the Ariadu Authority in and around Ariadu. And yeah, so we, of course, are the New Republic. We have a few strongholds, but they are very, very spread out. So we have Generis up here. We have Contrum, Talasea, Chardon, Endor, of course. Bespin and Hoth, as well as Saijo. We have Sullust and the shipyards there, that's good. We have Bothaway and Kothlis, which is good to have. And then way out here we have Mon Calamari, which is going to be our main producer of big ships. We also have, of course, our boy Luke Skywalker and Han, Chewie. Yeah, we have all those people. Mon Mothma is there, even though she's from Chandra-La. There's Kuat here, still under control of the Empire. So the first thing is going to kind of look at our strengths, which I think around here, around Bespin and Endor, that's a strength. I think Bothaway and Kothlis, that's a strength. But the rest of it, we're very spread out, and unfortunately, we can kind of support each other, but not in a way that I would like to. So this first episode is going to focus on us trying to kind of figure out what we need to do. Now, Generis up here, honestly, I think it's a wash. I don't think there's any way for us to keep a hold of that guy whatsoever. However, Talasea, we don't have... First, we got to turn all this on. So we know for sure that Talasea is maxed out on her starship capacity. Let's go ahead. We have 15,000, which is pretty good. So I would like to get a Golan 1. Oh, there's the stuff here. Mon Mothma, the Emperor must be defeated, but may be defeated, but our work is far from over. Many systems still remain under Imperial oppressors. Fortunately, the Imperials have begun infighting. We must take advantage of this opportunity. I recommend you begin by relieving our Salustian allies who have been surrounded by the forces of Sander Delvardis. The New Republic progresses through the areas by killing the Imperial leader with some exceptions. The area can also progress automatically after 60 in-game weeks. And we will gain and lose access to time appropriate things. So to progress to the second half of Era 1, the Empire must lose Sate, Pegaste, Coruscant, or 60 weeks must elapse. Okay. So that's telling us to go take a look at Sullust, which makes sense. It is surrounded by the Ariadu Authority, and I think if we take Eatu 6, that might be able to connect them to our kind of strength here in the Galactic Southwest. I do want to take a look here at Bakura, which is connected to the Empire of the Hand, but it might be nice just to get that out of our hands. Or out of their hair, rather. Ooh, we could construct a goal on 3. And I think we should do that. That's just our statistics. So that's a big chunk of change to build a goal on 3 here on Sulis, but I think it's worth it to try and keep those dreadnought shipyards under our control. Now, out here, all of these are rather exposed, and I don't really want to leave them with any kind of opportunity to get in. But I think that Saijo is pretty safe since Mustafar over here is not exactly a baddie that we have to contend with now. So I'm going to build a trade station there because right now we're only getting about 2,000 credits per turn, and I would definitely like to speed that up. Now here on Hoth, it only has 1 level of space station, so I'm going to get a goal on 1 and a trade station. Bespin, I think, could do with a goal on 1, but it's got some issues. Oh, these are New Republic infantry. Interesting. Interesting. We do have lots of buildings that we're not going to get into right now. Let's take a look over here at Endor. This should have a pretty sizable fleet if it's just after it. Yet we have Home 1. So I think that this is pretty safe over here. Oh, interesting. We can choose our person to be the chief of state here. So let's build a trade station on Endor to try and get some more cash monies in. Kantrum, you're kind of surrounded, which is not great. We do have Chardon here. Talsay, which we did put a goal on 1 on. We have Bothaway here, and Cothlis. Not a great garrison at Cothlis, although these are independent, so they shouldn't go out and attack us, hopefully. Let's take a look over here at Moncala. It's got Liana, which is independent forces, and to the south, it has Kessel. And connected to Kessel is the Maw and Onager. And that's connected to Kashyyyk and Thanos, which is Greater Maldrude. I would like to expand over here on the right-hand side and get this chunk of change here under our control. And I'd like to strike out for Moncala doing that. Moncala has a big chunk of ships, but I certainly don't want to leave it defenseless. I would like to save to put a goal on 3 there. That would be lovely. So in the meantime, we don't have enough for any big ships. But let's get maybe some smaller ships in. Let's get an MC-40 and maybe another a Nebulon B, of course. Of course. Now let's take a look at our heroes here. We do have Kyle Katarn. Okay, so he has a ship. We have Aaron Kraken. Awesome. We have Luke Skywalker, of course. We have Ulla Ailor, who has an immobilizing cruiser. We have Lando. We have Han. And we have Admiral Akbar here. Now, Admiral Akbar does have an MC-80. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our defense fleet and our expedition fleet. So we're going to have Admiral Akbar here with Lando. We're going to leave Han behind. We're going to bring Ula with us. There's a Dauntless Heavy. And maybe an Assault Frigate? Yeah, we'll bring an Assault Frigate. So that leaves an MC-80 Home 1. And all that there. That is a lot of stuff going on. Let's get Luke and Kyle in this fleet, along with some tanks and some infantry. That's good that they have those cruisers there. I'm hoping this will be enough to perhaps take on whatever is at Kessel. Now let's take a look over here. That is some big Greater Maldruve forces, but I would like...
Construction complete.
There we go. Okay, so Sullust does have its Golan 3 platform up and running, which is excellent. We want that thing up and running. I would like a Golan 2 there, just to help defend it a little bit more. We do have CN Solve there, who commands a Dauntless Heavy. There's no big ships there, and we don't have enough to construct like an MC-80B. And that would be able to help us kind of stage a breakout there from Sullust maybe to IA-26. Let's take a look at what we have around here. It's really not great. We do have a hero here, Admiral Firmus Nance. Okay, he does have a Home 1 cruiser and an MC-80 Liberty, so let's bring him
Construction complete.
up to Bespin. And then from Endor, we're going to take maybe one MC Literary. Bring it down from Bespin. Let's grab an assault frigate and a dreadnought. Some troops, some tanks. And that'll be kind of our assault on IA-26. So let's get up here to Mon Calamari. Let's take our fleet and get them moving down to Kessel. And then let's take our fleet here. We're going to wait a little bit. And I want to see what we can produce maybe here on Bespin. Not a whole lot. What's this? A Corvette? Hoth? Okay. So they have conquered these asteroids down here, which connect to Conflus and Bothaway. So I really think we got to knock out the Eriadu Authority early. So maybe we don't go for a heavy push here. Oh, we kind of need to. What do we have at Bothaway? We have an MC-40, but that's not a ton. How about Conflus? Again, not a ton. So really it's going to be us spearheading here from the south, or from the north heading south, and really just kind of leaving these planets to fend for themselves and focusing on our power base. But let's do a battle, and then of course we'll probably end the episode after this. Now Kessel, of course, is a largely inhospitable and desolate outer rim world. Yeah, it's a mining planet for prisoners. Oh, I kind of forgot to put... Oh, crap. I meant to put, like, Luke up in there to be our scout. That is 100% my mistake. My apologies.
Transport ready.
Well, let's get our transports out of here. She actually has some TIE fighters. Interesting. So what can we see here? What does the Empire have? Well, they have a Victory 1. They have an Acclamator 2. A couple of Acclamators, and I'm guessing a couple of Lancers, yep. And plenty of fighters. Okay. Well, we definitely have big ship. So let's go ahead and move up.
Setting course. Awaiting orders.
And so we have our big ship going in. We're going to bring our Dauntless Heavy Cruiser along,
Frigate reporting.
as well as our assault frigate in. We do have Old Katarn here.
Moving.
Let's kind of gather up all of our fighter support.
Standing by. We're going in. V-wing squadron
Skywalker reporting in. A-wing squadron reporting.
That way we can
ready for
Yes,
orders.
Commander.
get these ready. We do have an immobilizer. I'm not sure I want to commit that in just because it's not super duper well armed. I would like for Home 1 there, Admiral Akbar, to head in first. Beware of traps.
Let's get going.
We do, I think, have about even starfighter capabilities, although we certainly have some more heroes. We do have a B-wing squadron there. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit since the Home 1 is not the quickest of ships.
Yes,
And we do want to get out of this by the time we are home. Oh, there we go. we are encountering some early resistance from a TIE fighter squadron, and it looks like they're pushing up an acclimator. So if they're wanting to do a fleet engagement, I will happily do a fleet engagement. And we'll kick their butts. So let's get our fighter squadrons in. Let's actually take our little immobilizer here, and let's get them over there with the transports, just in case.
Standing by.
Just in case.
Ready to go.
Alright, and let's get our fighter squadrons up.
Keep your eyes open for those fighters.
They are definitely moving forward, and if they want to just throw themselves upon the fleet, I am perfectly okay with that. Let's go ahead and bring home one. Ooh, that's a big asteroid field, huh? Alright, we're gonna bring home one down to the galactic, or the space south here.
Roger that.
As well as bring our assault frigate down, and our dauntless heavy cruiser. And let's speed this up a bit, since again, these ships are very slow. And we're gonna kinda leave behind our fighters, who are going to engage those TIEs, and probably absolutely destroy them. Probably zoom in on those poor TIEs being pursued by like a billion fighters. We're kind of going away from them, which I didn't want to do.
What do you need?
Hmm.
Can you give me a little cover fire? We're on the move.
Let's go ahead and get our ships in through the gap.
Moving into position.
That's not quite what I wanted.
We won't last long in these asteroids.
Hey, buddy.
Roger that.
Let's go. Come on.
We're almost there.
Let's get through the gap, please.
Moving out.
Okay, I guess we can't get through the gap with home one heading through. I would like to not get this guy all hurt.
Awaiting orders.
That would be lovely.
Roger that.
Let's go ahead and deselect those. And, well, let's go ahead and help out our heavy cruiser. And let's attack that Victory 1. Ooh, do I wanna? Do I wanna? Actually, let's take our interceptors. And let's divert them off. As well as, let's take some X-Wings. Divert them off of that. And get rid of these bombers, because I don't want them around. Not a big fan of them. Whereas the rest of them are going to go in for that guy. Cool. This is all working out so far.
I'm in range.
There goes those fighters.
A-wing here.
Or rather, those bombers.
Calling for me, sir. It's as good
And
as
let's go
gone.
take care of the fighters.
Starting our attack run.
They definitely still have a pretty big contingent down there, but nothing that I'm too worried about.
Beware of traps.
Let's go ahead and bring in home one over there.
Copy.
And let's bring in our two other ships, undamaged, but they do definitely have some shields down. And let's look at what's happening over here. I think this will be a win for us on this enemy Victory 1 class Star Destroyer.
Weapons ready.
Now I'm not too worried about this. They do have a couple of bombers left. But again, I'm not super duper worried since home one is a big capital ship and will probably not be too affected. There goes that. So let's bring down our fleet. Oh, Luke actually took some damage. Interesting. There we go.
Let's move out, man.
Let's engage these TIEs that are being rather brave. Let's speed it up some so that way we aren't here all day.
Let's get going.
What do you suggest?
We are victorious.
Okay, there we go. We're victorious. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll probably keep on doing this one. We'll do probably about 3 episodes, and then if it does well, then we'll keep on going. But thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.